Dear guests and companies, of course, from Israel, thank you for your time, for joining us this morning in Israel and afternoon in Taipei and Tokyo. We are ready to begin with our webinar for food and wellness, health and wellness, for 7 Israeli food companies who are doing very interesting and innovating products, will share their experience and their solutions with us. I would like to begin by inviting Ms. Orly Malinboim from the Israeli Export Institute to give us a short presentation of today's webinar, and also to let you know that these are the companies that will be speaking today. Each company will have 7 minutes to present their pitch, and I would like to invite each and every one of our guests to raise their questions using the designated Q&A pan, your Q&A button, which is on your Zoom panel, to write your questions to the companies, and each company will write her answer personally on the Q&A for all the attendees to see. Orly, please.
Can you give me the video, please? Good morning, everyone. Konnichiwa, Dajahao. Welcome to the Health and Wellness Israeli Food Companies webinar. I'm really excited to introduce you to a very innovative and the Israeli companies of presenting for you the most healthy products from Israel. My name is Orly Malinboim, and I am the Business Development Sector Manager of the Food and Beverages, and I am responsible for the Israeli food industry. Actually, the food and beverage sector in Israel Export Institute exposed Israeli companies for the international platform, and increases the global awareness and creates the business opportunities and connecting with global companies. And we would like to offer you this opportunity to meet our companies and the fine products. As Tslil said, you can write down your questions during the webinar, and we will answer them at the end of the session. And I would like, of course, to thank the Israel Economy Trade Office mission in Tokyo and Taipei for leading this session. And I hope you all enjoy, because we would like to start right now. And please, I give Noa Asher, Miss Noa Asher, head of the Israel Economy and Trade Mission in Tokyo. Please, Noa.
皆様、こんにちは。すみません。Konnichiwa, everybody. I'm very happy to be here today. Thank you all for joining. I wanted to share with you some of our insights about the Israeli and Japanese connection. ちょっと待ってください. Oh, here. So as Orly said, thank you very much, Orly, for organizing this great event. We are here at the Israeli Economic Mission at the Israeli Embassy to Japan. We have an office here in Tokyo and another office in Osaka. In the last few years, maybe 5 or 6 years, we've seen quite a revolution in terms of our business relations between Israel and Japan. We see a lot of interest coming from Japanese companies and from the Japanese business society towards Israel innovation. And we are very happy to see that happening in terms of food and consumer goods as well. So this is a little bit about what's going on in terms of business relations. We had a very nice increase of the trade volume between Israel and Japan. We have an increased investment coming from Japan to Israel. We have more than 70 Japanese companies that have now offices in Israel, permanent offices in Israel. We have a very good government G2G relationship between the government of Israel and the government of Japan, with a lot of visits, bilateral visits coming from Japan to Israel and from Israel to Japan. Together we have established many different agreements and frameworks to support this collaboration. And we're very happy to see new partnerships that are being created between Israeli and Japanese corporations in various fields. We like to show Israel as an innovation hub, and as you can see in our website, which is stated here, we have a lot of information of this innovation. It includes food as well, because the Israeli innovation is very profound in the food area as well. We have a dedicated Facebook page called Taste of Israel Japan, which has a lot of new companies, new products that are being published there, and a lot of interesting recipes that you can use in your cookings. And we have a lot of webinars that we do, like this one, in various sectors. For the this consumer good sector and the food sector especially, Wumi Yoshimi from our office is heading this activity, and she will give you a little bit of an overview of our activities in Japanese shortly. So Wumi-san, can you please join us?
Sure.
すいません。
はい、こんにちは。イスラエル大使館経済部で総務官をやっております、吉見と申します。特にフード、コンシューマーグッズの方の担当をしております。今、ノアアシャー講師の方から説明がありましたように、近年、日本とイスラエルの、ビジネスっていうのはどんどん進化しておりまして、いろんなものが共同で開発されたりとか、行ったり来たりしているわけですね。それに伴って、やはりそのフードの方にもいろんな興味が皆さんから持っていただいておりますし、またイスラエルのフードはフードテックも、世界から注目されておりまして、日本からもたくさんの興味を寄せていただいております。そういうこともありまして、今日もたくさんの日本企業の方にご参加いただいているんですけれども、この後、また日を改めまして、ご希望に合わせて個別ミーティングを設定させていただきたいと思いますので、ぜひともそのお申し込み、またこちらからアプローチさせていただきますので、よろしくお願いいたします。今日はどうぞごゆっくり企業の説明をご拝聴ください。
Thank you so much. I think, arigato gozaimasu. Thank you again for joining.
Thank you again, Noah and Rumi and Orly. On behalf of the Israeli Trade and Economic Mission in Taipei, my name is Tslil Lahav. I'm the head of the, My name is Tslil Lahav. I'm the head of the Economic and Trade Mission here. With me today is Miss Sandy Lee, our trade officer. Our contacts for both the trade mission in Tokyo and in Taipei are on the screen for your use. Today's webinar will be recorded, and the Israeli company's presentations will be shared with all the attendees for your later use. We strongly encourage you all to contact us directly in any question regarding today's technologies and products, and as well as any other technologies within these sectors and others. The professional teams in Israel's economic and trade missions in the Asian Pacific region will be happy to be at your disposal. And now, without any further ado, I would like to start our program today with Mr. Noam Kaplan from Matok Vkl company. Noam?
Yes, hi. Good morning. Good day, everyone. Just let me share my screen. My name is Noam Kaplan. I'm the CEO of Matok Vkl. We are a food and beverage. Wait. Everyone sees the screen?
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay. We are a food and beverage company since 1975. My father, rest in peace, founded the company, and I'm a second generation in it. I've been the CEO since 2009. Currently, we export to Canada, USA, and South Africa. We invest in our sales department in Japan for the past year and a half. We have a Japanese salesperson, and we participate in FoodX for the past 2 years. And as you will see, most of our presentation here is translated to Japanese for that reason. In the company, we have 3 divisions: sport nutrition, sweets, and sweeteners. Let's talk about our sweets. Sugar comes in many appealing shapes. However, sweeteners are perceived as chemicals or medicines, and people always crave something sweet next to their hot beverage. But those sweets always contain too many calories and most often allergens. We would like to introduce to you Lighties. Lighties is the first functional meringue cookie. It has no eggs, it is non-GMO, it has no added sugar, and it is allergen-free. Lighties is our invention. It is made out of 3 simple ingredients: fibers, potato protein, and a sweetener or a flavor. So who is our target consumers? We seek people who want to refrain from sugar consumption during their day and during their sweets intake. They can do it while supplementing their fiber intake with our Lighties cookie. Each cookie is only half a calorie in it, and it is sweet as half a teaspoon of sugar. We can do it in many assorted flavors and colors, as you can see. It is our innovation as mentioned, and it is under patent pending. Lighties is perfect for food service. You can serve it in hotels, restaurants, cafes, or at your home. As you can see in this video, you can either put it inside your drink and it will dissolve and sweeten it, or you can enjoy it as a cookie just by having it. It tastes just like the real one with eggs and sugar, only it has no eggs and no added sugar. So what we're looking for? We're looking for Japanese and Taiwanese companies who can do OEM-based cooperation, or cooperation who can do market penetration and sales. Our second product that we'd like to introduce is Mush. Mush is the world's first functional, no added sugar cotton candy. Today, cotton candy is made out of 100% sugar. It's sugar spun, that's all it is. Sometimes colors are being added. Our cotton candy is made of 1 simple ingredient: dietary fibers. That's it. No colors, no artificial flavors or flavors at all, only dietary fibers. So who is our target consumers? Especially, it is suitable for children. It dissolves in your mouth, so you don't have to chew it, so it doesn't choke you or anything. You can enjoy it. It tastes just like regular spun sugar, and it's from people who want to refrain themselves and their children from sugar consumption during the day. This is a brand new product. We filed a patent, so we have a global protection for the first year, and after that, we'll do filing in individual countries, and we can do OEM production. There's no problem about it. What's special is to remind here is that we do not compete with other cotton candy. We compete with other snacks. We are currently the healthiest snack you can have. Just dietary fibers, no other additives, no nothing, only dietary fibers. Again, like Lighties, we seek for OEM-based cooperation or corporations who can do market penetration and sales for this product. Our last product is the protein soup. Today, post-workout proteins are mainly powders, yogurts, or bars, meaning they are either cold or ambient temperature, and the entry barrier to this market is extremely hard. We would like to introduce our hot protein soup powder. It can come in various flavors: pea soup, corn soup, pumpkin soup, and other assorted flavors. It is allergen-free, it is vegan, it is made with pea protein and rice protein, so we don't have even soy inside it. It is hot and creamy and rich and just tasty. So who is the target consumers for this product? We seek people who are actively tuned in, who want to supplement their daily intake of proteins, people who are driven to lose weight, and in their diet, they wish to add proteins, and the gracefully maturing people who are having problem to digest and chew food that has many proteins inside it. As mentioned, we have various flavors. We can develop flavors as needed, and we do OEM. The product has an elegant use. Ken.
1 minute, please.
Yeah, okay. The product is very elegant use. There's no need to shake. You just stir it. You open the lid, you add hot water, you stir, and enjoy your drink. So again, we're looking for OEM-based corporation and corporations who can do market penetration and sales for this product. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Noam. Please, I give you Mr. Sergey from Embosia Superb.
Yes. Can everybody see the presentation?
Yes, we can.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, good morning. Thank you for your time. It's a big honor to be here with you. My name is Rosenstrack Sergey. I'm a chief pharmacist of Superb Israel. So today we will talk about our brand and our Superb. It works naturally. So Superb is the leading Israeli manufacturer of food supplements. We exist since 1986. We manufacture the broad line of top quality food supplements, also under our brand and for private label. For example, the biggest pharmaceutical chain in Israel called Superfarm, you probably heard about it, make their line called Life, their brand, in our facility. So our vision is caring about the future of health and humanity by promoting education and knowledge and still remaining eco-friendly. And the golden rule that guides us throughout all the steps of our manufacturing process is a philosophy which can be summarized in 3 words: inspired by nature. So what makes Superb actually superb? It first of all begins on our golden standards, which are 3 main points. It's quality of our products, inspiration, and innovation, which is one of the most important things in our era. So Superb have, as a manufacturing facility, standards of production, high quality standards of production. It begins with GMP, good manufacturer practice, which is being renewed every 2 years by Israeli Ministry of Health. And it is in compliance with other countries' demands. We have HACCP. This is the very important standard that actually states that our manufacturer facility manufactures the product with critical points of every stage of manufacturing process. We have ISO 9001 and 22000, and also we have an FDA permission. We had an FDA audit at our manufacturer facility, enabling us to sell products to the United States of America. So we care very much about our professionalism, and therefore we have an R&D center inside our plant. This R&D center actually enables us to create and to develop new products, to innovate existing products, and always to go forward. Also, we have a quality assurance team. It starts from checking very seriously all the raw materials that we get to our plant through the most advanced production processes until the finished product on the shelves. So a few words about the capacities of our plant. Today, we manufacture 300 million, we can manufacture 300 million tablets and capsules per year. We have a 6,000 square meters. Our plant is based on this territory. The manufacturing and the logistics center. We have special abilities to adapt ourselves to the demands of the markets that we target according to the demands of the Ministry of Health of these markets. We have advanced packaging lines, exclusive development and production, for example, in terms of private label companies that are interested in. And also we have analytical and macrobiological laboratory in our facility and 13 clean white rooms. So, just as I told, Superb is very well-known brand in Israel. We are very famous for our probiotic line. We have 15 different products in probiotics only. We use patented bacteria strains investigated with diamond patent Lab2 Pro technology, which enable actually the bacteria to be coated with double layer and to successfully enable them to pass the stomach and to reach the intestines where they can grow. Superb is the food supplement plant actually acting as a pharma grade plant. We invest a lot in creating our products by high precision and by robustness. So in pharmaceutical industry, the deviation of the final tablet, final product capsule can be plus minus 10%. In our industry, we are stick to 3% deviation. And we have the stability data on all batches of all products manufactured in our facility throughout all the expiration date of the product. So what we know and what we do actually, we do every type of dosage form that you can think of: tablets, soft gel capsules, hard shell capsules, disc-shaped tablets that can be sucked or chewed in our mouth. Liquids, we have a new line of products, drops, syrups, etc. Powder, we now bought a special sachet machine that enable us to produce food supplement in sachets and to introduce powder. And just as I mentioned before, because Superb sees in the innovation the very high and the very important mission. Yes. So
you have 1 minute, please.
Yes, I would like to say a few words about tub and gum technology. Tub and gum technology is the unique patented technology that enable us to, that was created and patented by Superb. This is a chewable tablet coated with gum arabicum. And this allows actually to introduce up to 800 milligrams of active ingredient inside every tablet. And it is done without heat process, so we can introduce any active ingredients inside the tablet. And it is very rapidly gets into our gastrointestinal system, so the bioavailability is high. So just to say a word, we are more than products. We get the yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Thank you so much. And please, everyone, would like to remind you that you can set your that you can set your questions and during the webinar, and we can answer them at the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I would like to introduce you to Mr. Asaf Yaffe from Tamiflu. Hey, Asaf.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay, good. Can you see my presentation?
No, please share it.
Just a sec. Okay, can you see it now?
No. Right now, yes.
Good, good. Well, let's start. My name is Asaf Yaffe. I'm a co-founder and partner in, wait a minute, just a sec. Oh, I'm a co-founder and partner in Tammy Flour Ltd. Our company specializes in gluten-free flours and products. This is Tammy, my partner. She is the living spirit behind the company, and now these days she's one of the leading figures in the gluten-free world. Now, I have a small note before I'm starting to tell you about our company and products. I have a small note about the pictures you'll see in the presentation. My first instinct about the pictures was putting these kind of pictures in the presentation. They were all taken for our B2B catalog only several months ago, but then that was my final choice. Each and every pictures that you see here is pictures that were taken from real clients of real products that they prepare at home. We keep on getting on a daily basis dozens of pictures of proud customers showing off their baked goods. And these customers are our best representative and best sellers, basically. So I decided to choose their photos out of a variety, and this simply say thank you to them as well, because otherwise we wouldn't be here. So how everything started, or what is the connection between gluten-free world and bicycles? Well, 15 years ago, Tammy was an avid cyclist. She used to ride during weekends in a cycling group. One of the days she was in charge of bringing the food for the snacks after the ride. And while everybody were eating, she noticed that one of the girls isn't eating. She asked her, is everything okay? Why aren't you eating? And she told her, well, I'm sorry, but I have celiac disease. I'm not allowed to eat flour-based products. Tammy looked at her and told her, well, for next week, I'm gonna prepare something good for you. She came back home, started experimenting and learning about the gluten-free world, and was fascinated. She didn't know that this small promise would bring her to a totally new world and basically change the gluten-free world. She entered the kitchen, and for 3 years, she started developing a gluten-free substitute for flour. She was the only one and the first one to bring a perfect one-to-one substitute to each and every recipe that you bring. It would taste the same, smell the same, have the same texture, and a very big bonus, it's very healthy as well. Well, rumors started to spread about the magic powder, and people from the celiac community started coming over to Tammy, and the demand keep on growing. 3 years later, in 2012, January, we were on the shelves for the first time. A year later, we joined Tammy because the volume of sales was so big. And 5 years later, after becoming the leading brand in Israel for gluten-free products, we were introduced to a local branch of a multinational company called Poatus that is based in Belgium. The local branch knew that the multinational company is looking for a gluten-free solution for many years, and they introduced us to them. We started having on and back and forth tests and experiments and everything, and after a year, they summoned us to a final blind tasting test. We were 3 companies, and our company won in such a big gap that at the end of the test, they brought 270 people from all over the world. And our results were so good that they came to us and told us, we want to be your partners. So a year earlier, in 2019, we established the Poatus Israel gluten-free. These days, we are building a new factory for mixing and packaging in order to basically rule the world of gluten-free. So, what is our secret? How come everybody is so enthusiastic about our products? Our secret was, Tammy's secret was simply listening to our clients' needs and demands. It's a combination of taste, health, and similarity to regular flours. People were asking for something that is tasty, that is healthy, that feels the same, smells the same, has the same texture. And Tammy simply went one by one and answered and ticked each and every demand. And we came out with this. each and every demand in the market, we answer, whether it's low fat, no sugars that is good for diabetics, low glycemic values as well, non-GMO, lactose-free, everything the market needs, we've got it. These days, we offer 7 different products that are designated for the retail market. It covers basically all of the needs of a regular family, from one-to-one replacement, or that is tummy flour for patisserie, or basically everything that is not the bread family, perfect replacement. We've got the self-raising flour, the chocolate cake mix, and the couscous, ptitim, and falafel that are more instant mixes. The ones that you just need to either add water or to other ingredients, and in 7 minutes you got everything prepared. But we can offer you more. We have managed during the past year, after the establishing the new.
You have 1 minute, please.
Okay. After establishing the new company, we managed to develop much more ready mixes that, if there is a need for it in the market, we can take it as well. What is our goal, basically? We want to become the obvious choice of each and every client that wants to get a tasty and healthy gluten-free product. We are looking for companies that have retail abilities in Japan and Taiwan, and we hope that you would like to taste our products. They're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Asaf. I would like to present Mr. Oren Levy from Topgam Medical. Oren?
Can you please open my video? Thank you. And Asaf, can you please stop your sharing?
Yeah, just a sec.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Oren. I work at a company called Topgam. Topgam was established 2004, and we invented the first truly sugar-free supplement gummies. This is our main patent product. We're very proud of it. We are the only ones in the world that don't use any sugar, any sweeteners, or alcoholic sugars whatsoever. So, as you all know, gummy as delivery system for supplements is increasing sharply globally, especially in Asia, including Taiwan and Japan. Everybody wants to change from the traditional tablets and capsules and go to a fun way, tasty way, and easier way to consume their vitamins, minerals, and all other active ingredients, including all kinds of special APIs like sleeping and weight loss, and whatever you want, we can put inside our gummies. So Topgam, just a few of our highlights. We have a patent pending about our formulation, which is, once again, no sugar used, no sweeteners, and no alcoholic sugars. We have a very new machinery, all German new machinery. We can make up to 1 million gummies per hour. 1 million gummies per hour. It's an amazing number. We have a 16 years of experience, so we know how to make all organoleptic balance to taste good for all kinds of population. If it's for Asian market, if it's for a Europe market, and if it's for the US market. Topgam is mainly doing B2B business. We're a private label manufacturer, so we are looking for local brands in Japan and Taiwan that would like to have sugar-free gummies with supplements inside them. We can also do tailor-made. If you have your own formulation that you would like to put inside the gummy, we're willing to do it. We have our own R&D inside the company, including the QA and the QC. These are some of the certifications we have. We have halal, kosher, gluten-free, vegetarian, fat-free, lactose-free, nut-free, and truly sugar-free. We have many more certifications, but we can discuss it later. Some of the portfolio we can offer is day-to-day nutrition, all kinds of vitamin, if it's single vitamins or multivitamins for kids, for men, for seniors, for women. We have superfoods that we can incorporate inside the gummies, such as lycopene and beta-carotene, maki berry, spirulina, turmeric, and the main, the star of this period is everything regarding the immune system. We have a few gummies that have very good ingredients inside to support the immune systems. This is our with the current pandemic situation, these are the best sellers product that we have, and we think that it will be continued, that every mother, father, grandfather would like to support their immune system and their kids as well. Another line that we have is beauty and self-care. We have a special gummy for hair, skin, and nails. We have biotin, we have collagen, apple cider vinegar, and cranberry. We have heart health, such as CoQ10 and omega-3. By the way, we have vegan omega-3 and probiotic and all kinds of exclusives like libido, hangout, and relaxing and sleep. Some supplements portfolio that will come is good.
תעביר למוד של presentation, please, presentation mode.
מה זה אומר? אני ב-PDF, כמו שדיברנו בהתחלה.
אוקיי, לא נורא, ביי.
רואים את המצגת, את ה-PDF אבל?
תחזור לאנגלית.
Okay, sorry. We are also developing new gummies for eye care, for positive mood, attention and concentration, and urinary health. So we call our gummies Gummiceuticals, which is a combination of gummies and nutraceuticals. So once again, we are the first truly sugar-free gummy with a patent-pending formulation. We have all the certificates and quality accredited facility. We have an unmatched consistency and versatility. We're working to be both organic, vegan, and non-GMO. We're non-GMO and vegetarian, and we're aiming to be also organic and vegan. And in 2022, we will open another factory in the US, which will focus on ingredients that are not allowed in Israel, such as melatonin, all kinds of THC products, etc. We have many different shapes and colors. We use only natural colors, only natural flavors, and we are open to have unique shapes for big customers that would like to have some cooperations. And once again, we are looking for mainly for the dietary supplement brands that would like to have our gummies under their brand. We are only doing B2B business, contract manufacturer company, and we will be happy to have Taiwanese and Japanese partners. Thank you very much. We have one question. It's pectin. We use pectin, not gelatin. So it's also another advantage compared to others.
Thank you so much, Oren.
Yes. Just Oren, if you have a question, please read it out loud for the benefit of the rest of the attendees. The question was from Mei Xie. Is gelatin or pectin used for Top Gum Gummies product? And Oren's answer was that they are using pectin. Thank you very much, Oren.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Oren. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Lior Shalev from Simply Good, Algimore, Lior. And I am, please accept my apology, but this presentation would take 9 minutes not 7 minutes. So please, Lior. Lior, you are mute. Please unmute.
Unmute, okay. Hi guys, thank you for having me. I hope you can hear me well. We made a short video basically talking about the future of meat and through that explaining what our company does. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Just a second, let's do share.
Hi, so I'm Lior Shalev from Simply Good. We're growing fresh spirulina for food. We're the only company today in the world that knows how to grow it fresh and for food. And I'll be taking you on a small journey in the food chain. I want to talk to you about change. I've got 3 kids, 7, 4, and 1.5. And I'm really worried. I'm really worried about what type of world we will be leaving to them. And I'm not talking only about the coronavirus issue. We will overcome this. This is not the issue. I think the issue is the food chain that is totally broken. I think the issue is how we produce food. I think the issue is the food that we bring into our bodies. At Simply Good, we're tackling 2 main challenges that are addressing this change. And I want you to remember the word change as we go along. First one, as you can see, by 2050, the assumptions are we will need 2 whole planets to produce the amount of protein the population will need. Now, it doesn't matter if it's 2050, 2030, or 2100. It's irrelevant. The relevance is that by no condition we will have 2 different Earths and 2 different planets to produce that food. So we have to think of different ways to produce our food. We have to think of different ways to look at the planet as a consumption base for our protein. This is one of the challenges we're tackling. The second challenge at Simply Good we're taking upon is solving this issue. 1/3 of the world is malnourished. Now, when we're talking about malnourishment, we're usually talking about hunger, the African pictures we're used to. But this isn't malnourished. Today, obesity and hunger have exactly the same starting point and exactly the same end point, which is usually death. We have to address this issue. We have to solve this issue. It's no longer a matter for developing countries. It's for the Western world, it's for Asia, it's for Europe, it's for the whole world to touch base on this. We need to look at the food chain, and the food chain is broken. We need to think about how we produce our food and not only what we eat. We're used to eating everything that is around us. We're used to going into the grocery shop, not looking behind on what it contains. And not only that, we're not thinking on the harm it does of the production of that ingredient or that produce that we're buying at the moment. Now, because of that, we at Simply Good chose this vision, which basically says people and planet, food for all. We don't put them apart. It's one box, it's one toolkit, it's one addressable issue we have to look at. You can't separate the production of food and how it implements and how it impacts your body. We can't do that. So at Simply Good, we're actually producing probably the most nutritional dense food on the planet, which by chance has 74% protein. Now, not only 74% protein, the 26 that is rest is actually micronutrients that our body really, really needs. We are talking about antioxidants, vitamin A, B, C, calcium, magnesium, iron, all of those, 90% bioavailability. Bioavailability means it stays in your body. Do you know spinach? Remember the story about Popeye and spinach? Popeye eats a lot of spinach in order to be strong. But the thing that they didn't tell you about Popeye and the spinach story is that spinach isn't being absorbed in our body. Yes, it controls and holds a lot of iron in it, but none of it stays in our body. In our spirulina, 90% of whatever you eat stays in your body, including iron, including protein, including everything. Our NPI level, which is an index for the goodness of protein, is only second to an egg. An egg is 94, we're 92%. And an egg is the ultimate protein you can find. Not only that, we're free of oil. We have nothing whatsoever besides what we put in the water, and it's all food grade material. Now over here you can see our spirulina growing. This is green water. This is because we're not really an algae as you're used to thinking about algae. We're the 3rd generation. We're unicellular. We're actually a bacteria. What's so unique about us? Our uniqueness comes from being, first of all, the only ones in the world who know how to produce spirulina on batch-to-batch consistency. Batch-to-batch consistency basically means that we have 16 pools spread around 300 kilometers from the desert till the mid of Israel. Our chief biologist sits 300 kilometers from the main farm, and we produce across 16 different ponds the same produce over and over and over and over again. The same produce like we used to do it yesterday, like we'll do it in half a year, and like we did 6 months ago. We're the only ones in the world that know not only to do it on high batch-to-batch consistency, we are the only ones in the world who know how to do it with food-grade approval, whether it's FDA GRAS, whether it's BRC, whether it's ISO, whether it's HACCP, that allow us to enter food and bev companies. Not only that, we're the only ones who know how to do all that on an industry scale. So, we're basically disrupting the protein industry. Why are we disrupting the protein industry? Because this is the best thing our world can find. This is climate change oriented by DNA. We're talking about a yield that is 14 times more than pea protein per square feet, square meter, you choose whatever. We're talking about more than 70% protein, 74, 76% protein. We're talking about 98% of our water are actually recycled. We use only 2% to evaporation. We use the sun as energy. We have no waste. Our waste can then be used as a fertilizer, and it would probably be the most nutritional dense fertilizer you can find on earth. Now, we're not only disrupting the food industry, we're actually helping the environment. We're carbon negative. We're actually doing photosynthesis with our product. So we're producing food, we're producing protein at 60 Celsius in the desert. So people are talking about desertification. We are growing food in the middle of the desert at 60 Celsius. It's the only protein in the world that knows how to grow in those temperatures. Not only that, we're water efficient, we're energy efficient. We're using the sun. We know how to control and optimize every single part of our growth, whether it's the UV, whether it's the ingredients inside that we monitor, everything, whether it's the oxygen and the carbon levels. So you tell me, climate change? We're producing oxygen, we're doing it in the desert, and we're producing food every 24 hours on the same area, in the same terrain. So, basically, what we're doing is we're replacing all this with this. This is our spirulina before it enters the big commercial ponds. We're replacing meat and we're replacing cheese. When we're talking about our spirulina, our first generation of spirulina was actually taking this produce and freezing it. It allows us basically to keep all the micronutrients and everything intact inside this small pod or this small produce. 20 grams of this spirulina holds all the nutrition values a grown-up needs daily. 20 grams holds all the nutrition values a grown-up needs daily. Now, our second generation is actually towards the alternative cheese, which is called fermented spirulina. Fermentation is another process that we're taking the initial processes that we're growing our spirulina and moving it into a different process, fermentation, which is totally dedicated towards the alternative dairy. We have soya and spirulina cheese already out in the market. We're making Gouda cheese at the moment, and we have yogurts based on spirulina 100% with probiotics inside. Now, this is vegan, this is healthy, this is clean label, has very, very, very little ingredients inside. The third generation of our product is actually analog meat. We managed to do a prototype by science mess up, basically. It wasn't intended, we didn't mean to do it, but it happened. We played around in our water, our science team, and what happened, we managed to produce actually a 98% spirulina-based, 24% protein meat analog that has exactly the same texture, flexibility, taste of chicken breast or shrimps. So let's talk a bit about future trends. When we're talking about future trends, I want you to remember one single thing. We're talking about disruption of a market that has never happened before. $1.8 trillion of disruption. We're talking between 40% till 70% of the meat market, which will be replaced by alternative protein. We're not only talking about plant-based products, we're talking about third generation, which we are part of also, by the way, which is unicellular, algae, bacteria, cultured meat, fungi. Those type of produces will begin to enter the market. And once those products, new products, are produced and enter the market, they will have a much less harmful impact on the environment. We will look at the produce and how we produce the food, and not only on what is the final end product that we buy. People will ask for those sort of solutions. Our environment is asking for this sort of solutions. Our families need healthier food. Our kids, I'll take you back to the change issue, need us to change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Lior.
Thank you. And sorry for taking a bit more of the time.
Okay, Lior,
Okay, great.
I have one question for you. Do the algae growth in Israel require certain climate conditions, or can it be reproduced in other places, especially in Asia Pacific region?
So, excellent question. It can be grown anywhere in the world. We have the technology and the know-how on how to control it, also from Israel, by the way. I mean, we can actually grow it from long distance. We can grow it in Asia Pacific. We can grow it anywhere in the world while controlling it from Israel. There are upsides to growing it in Israel, since the desert itself has more than 300 days, basically a year, of temperatures above 30 Celsius, which is a very big advantage, and the sun. But that we can also play around with energy consuming, so we can optimize on that. So yeah, we can grow anywhere around the world.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Leo. Please unshare your screen. And I would like to present you to Mrs. Yonat Reinhardt-Gol from Karmit Candies. And Yonat, please move to the presentation mode. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Can you see my presentation?
Yes, but please move it to the presentation mode.
We can see your presentation, Yonat. Please move to full screen and open your camera so we can see you as well.
Just 1 second. The camera is open.
Now,
okay, now you can.
Thank you very much. Let's begin.
Just 1 second. Okay, so good morning, everybody. This is my name is Yonat. I'm the head of international division here at Karmit. I will now introduce you the innovation we have made in the confectionery good for you products. So just a little bit about us. Karmit Candy was founded in 1973. We have quite a long experience in the area of confectionery products. We have been selling in the international market for the past 30 years. In 1995, we decided we want to respond to all the changes coming in the world in terms of health and wellness, and we took out gluten, eggs, and even dedicated, and we have a few lines that were dedicated for dairy-free products. So that's what we have done in the past years to adjust to the changes in the world. Just a quick look at what we are having here in Karmit in terms of the one-stop shop company. We have our own division of QA. We have a division of R&D. We have everything coming and happening under the same roof. So from the point of the ideas of the product until it is on the shelf, everything comes under one-stop shop. And this is the divisions that we have here in Karmit, from finance to purchasing, planning, production, and everything that you need in order to take the idea of a special product and put it on the shelf. Today we are operating from two plants. One of them is in the central of Israel. The other one is up north. But the most important thing that we want to share with you is that in 2021, we are going to have one of the biggest factories in the area. It's going to be 15 square meters of factory where we're going to have the most innovative machineries for free from confectionery, which will triple our production capacity by 3 or even more. Our company is based on 3 divisions: the local market, the export division, which I'm responsible for, and the industry professional division. As a result of our operation, both in the industry professional division and the export division, we have taken the most strict precaution in terms of QA. So when you serve Unilever, Nestle, and Mueller, you need to be on top in terms of the QA. So we are BRC certified. We are BRC certified. We have ISO. We are GFCO, non-GMO certified. We are now non-GMO verified. So the QA procedures here are very, very strict. This is only a quick overview of what we sell here in the local market. We have traditional sweets from when the company was first opened its doors. So you have here mixing, chocolate, wafers. We have marshmallow, lollipops, but this is really traditional. This is what we have kept from the old days. What we do for the industry companies is that we really supply a lot of products for companies and manufacture for them. For example, we manufacture for Nestle. We do a lot of topping for yogurts companies and chocolate coating and inserts of chocolate for ice cream companies. We are having a dedicated lines just to service those companies in the market. So the main key categories for the export division, especially when we are talking about good for you product, is the gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, no added sugar products. In coming Q3, we will have what we call organic by demand. So the dairy-free vegan chocolate that we are now working on is a range of products that has no milk in it whatsoever. We're using all substitute like corn, like rice milk or rice or coconut milk instead of the actual milk that we have a lot of allergen people in the world. And we have created a range of products that when you taste our chocolates, you don't really know that there is no chocolate, there is no milk in it, especially when we talk about the non-dairy milky style chocolate. We have made a chocolate that is so creamy and very smooth that you don't really know there is no milk in it. And this is our flag product. We have been selling this item for companies like Sainsbury and Co-op in the UK. We sell it in Australia. The product is really based on a formula that eliminates most of the allergens that people are now facing. This is our gluten-free wafers. The gluten-free wafers is a special formula that we have developed where we took away the flour, and instead of that, we put either potato starch or other starches that we can substitute the flour. And what's unique about our wafers is the fact that we were able to keep its crispiness. When you taste our wafers, if it's coated or uncoated, you find it to be very crispy. It can be as crispy as any other flour-based wafer. Those wafers are being sold in the US for the past 18 years. One of our wafers in the category is one of the leading gluten-free wafers sold in the US. We can and are able to develop any kinds of filling, coating, uncoated wafer category. This is really a very good product for people who has allergy for gluten. Okay. Another very quickly, I want to review the Raphael's brand. This is a daughter company that we've purchased a year ago. This company is really based on grains, seeds, and nuts. The company is gluten-free. The company is vegan, sorry, not gluten-free. And what's unique about this company is that everything that was developed under the roof of Raphael is really clean label, healthy, rich in grains, seeds, and the philosophy of this company is really making your life really based on healthy food consumptions. And Raphael's is keeping on developing all kinds of new dates truffles, all kinds of granola types that suits and adapt the changes in today's lifestyle. This is our capability of private labels. You can see we make it for Sainsbury. That's a sample of what we have made for Sainsbury. All the chocolate is a special formula we have created just for them. and our chocolates are being sold. This is the 3rd year in a row in the UK and in Australia. I don't know if I have enough time, but what really unique about 1 minute, I know. What really unique about Kormit is the fact that we have the experience to develop and manufacture gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free products. It's a one-stop shop. Everything is done under the same roof. We have allergen food specialization for close to 25 years. We are flexible because we know we're small enough to do big projects and be flexible about it. We have cross-allergen capability, so we can have a product that is both dairy-free and gluten-free. We have a dedicated dairy-free R&D team. We know how to, our factory is certified. We have a private label expert. We are kosher, and we have high accreditation in terms of BRC, ISO. We are GFSO certified, non-GMO certified, and vegan association. Our range of products can be adapted to any country in terms of flavors, regulations, packaging, weight, and design. And that's it. Thank you.
Yonat, thank you so much. And I give you Mr. Tom Rothman will be the last presentation from Trisan. Yonat, could you please close your...
Yes, just a second.
Thank you so much. Tom?
Yes, hello everybody.
Yeah, you can share your presentation.
1 second, I'm sharing my presentation. Good afternoon, everybody. 1 second. Yes, can you see it?
Yes, now we can see your screen. Please switch to full screen mode.
Yep, just did.
Got it. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Great. Hello, everybody. My name is Tom Rothman. I'm the Global Sales Manager of a company called vGarden. vGarden is a leading developer and manufacturer of vegan cheese and meat substitutes. We are we established since 2014 in a brand new facility in Israel that is 100% plant-based, allergen-free, non-GMO facility that is in the highest standards that are available. Our vision, the way we see the future is that vegan meat, plant-based meat, dairy-free and meat substitute will have a massive effect in the market, both healthy and environmentally way. Our factory has 2 lines of products. The first product is a vegan and lactose-free cheese substitute. We do hard, semi-hard, and cream cheese, both mozzarella, parmesan, cheddar, feta, that imitate the real cheese. Okay, the advantages, as you can see, are the taste that we put emphasis about. This is the most important things as we see it in food, that it will taste good. We have no allergens in the factory at all, no nuts, no gluten, no soy. Our products are enriched with calcium that is the same level of real cheese. We have a very wide range of products, okay, that imitate kind of cheese that is out there. Our shelf life are about 10 months of shelf life, and we can adjust to any taste and market out there. The second series is the vegan meat replacement. We all heard about the Impossible Food and Beyond Meat that is now very big in the world. we do a meat substitute that are based on pea protein with high protein levels between 14 to 18, free of cholesterol, free of soy, non-GMO, of course, without preservatives, all natural, plant-based. We do burgers, nuggets, minced meat, and are able to produce tailor-made products for each market. You can see here a little bit about the looks of the product. Again, the advantages of the products are very clear. We have high protein, taste and texture that are very, very similar to meat, enriched with fibers and low fat. Our factory is a brand new facility that is the highest standards of food safety, including ISO, ASAP, and the FSSC, which gives us the opportunity to sell it everywhere in the world. The vegan plant-based market has a huge double-digit growth in the last 5 years, and we believe it's not a trend and it's here to stay. We are among our customers are Pizza Hut, Domino's Pizza, and Burger King, and around 500 different restaurants and cafes in Israel. We are selling to El Al, the Israeli airline, and to the biggest hotels in Israel. Retail-wise, we are selling to more than 800 stores in Israel, and are able to do private label to any company that wish for that. I would like to say that even though we are vegan, we are also targeting the lactose-free, lactose-intolerant crowd, the flexitarian, people that has cholesterol problems and other health problems as diabetes, and we give the best solution to cut a little bit of the meat and dairy consumption. We are part of a very big group that already is active in the Japanese and Taiwanese market. So we have a very good understanding of those markets and are looking for partners in many levels of cooperations in those markets. Hope I gave a clear understanding of our company and what we do. And please, if you have any more questions, I would be more than happy to answer.
Thank you so much, Tom. And thank you for all the panelists and all the Israeli companies, and of course, every participants. If you have any questions, please raise them. We are willing to answer everything.
We have one question from Yuhu Ariga from Japan, asking, this is for all the Israeli panelists, and maybe also Rumi from Japan Trade Office can answer this. How big is the vegan food market in Japan?
You want me to answer?
If you can, Tom, please.
Sure. The vegan market in Japan is big, but mostly based on soy and tofu. We are witnessing a very big growth now in Asia and in Japan in meat substitute and cheese substitute when Western chains are entering the Japanese market, such as KFC and Pizza Hut and those kind of chains. and they are introducing the vegan cheese to the Japanese crowd. The growth that we can see in the Asian and Japanese market in the last 2 years are over 50% in sales of vegan meat and cheese in the Japanese market.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Another question we have is from Kenshin Aikida. Is V-Garden interested in OEM production in Japan?
V-Garden is interested in OEM production in Asia and Japan. Yes, of course, we are very much interested in producing our products in the local in the local market for the local market. Yes, we are definitely interested.
Thank you so much, Tom. And I would like to invite the rest of our attendees, including the one who already posted their questions through the Q&A pan and the ones who are more shy maybe and keeping their questions to themselves, to actively reach out to the professional teams in your location, in your Israeli economic and trade mission. I will now, Tom, if you don't mind, I will finish your presentation.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, please.
And currently on the screen, you can see the contacts details of Ms. Noa Asher and Ms. Rumi Yoshimi from the trade mission in Tokyo, and my personal contact details, and Ms. Sandy Lee, the trade officer from the economic trade mission in Taipei. Thank you so much for all the, we have one more. Yes, so we have an answer from Lior regarding the question, Lior from Simply Good, regarding the question about the Japanese market size. It is important to note that COVID-19 accelerated the alternative protein world and market growth across the world. This is a great remark, Lior. Thank you very much. Of course, this webinar does not happening in a vacuum, in an empty in an empty chamber. Of course, COVID-19 pandemic is accelerating numerous phenomena across the world. Alternative food safety and food supply chains are definitely part of the equation, and we eagerly expect to continue to cooperate with even more Israeli companies on this topic in the future. Orly, if you have any closing remarks, please.
Really, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tslil and Noah, Rumi and Sandy. I really appreciate all the cooperation. And thank you for all the participants. We were willing to give you and answer any kind of information regarding all the companies that presented here today. And we are here, we can connect you to any other and source any other companies that you are willing and you are interested in, innovative and also the innovative products and all the solutions for that related to products and of the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm here for you, and of course, feel free to reach out and ask any kind of questions. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for all the participants. Have a nice day and a great evening in Japan and in Taiwan. We will enjoy your participation in our next webinar as well. I'd like to remind you that today's webinar has been recorded. The recording will be sent to you after the webinar is done with the Israeli companies' presentations. Thank you so much. Konnichiwa. Bye-bye.